you've been playing another. Let's go slowly start to shift. You've been playing a. Speaking of stories, a
Okay,
game. A
I know where
game.
this is going.
Yeah, you've been playing a game about a story. You've been playing a game about springs,
Not
Phoenix
really, but yeah.
Springs. Yeah, not Pahonix Springs, but Phoenix
Mm-mm.
Springs.
No.
Nope.
But yeah, Phoenix Springs is pretty freaking good.
Okay.
I think it's kind of it's an interesting game. I don't know what to say without spoiling
Mhm.
it, but it has this like halfway point you get to where it's like, oh, this is a different game now.
Mm.
Which could be a turnoff for some people, but generally the game kind of markets itself as like a next generation adventure, like a point and click adventure game.
Okay.
So what it means by that is like instead of it being like you kind of walking around clicking on things, picking them up, is like you collect clues and items via words. So you have like a word bank kind of, and you use those words on things around you as you're walking around. And you use those in conversations. So you can talk about a certain thing, learn about a certain thing, and then if that becomes like a red herring or something that's not important, you'll lose that item, that word to access going forward. Um,
Hmm.
so it's really cool in that sense.
Hmm.
So you can like discard these like false kind of like leads, and you use the words to like kind of solve these logical kind of base design puzzles, which
Got it.
is kind of like a point and click adventure game thing. Um, it's aesthetically really cool looking.
Yeah.
It's a very kind of dark noir story about you trying to like you going back to your hometown, which is like this like eclectic hometown, kind of like a typical story. And you're trying to find your brother Leo.
Hmm.
He's gone. He's gone. Um, yeah, and I think the game is cool. The game is good, but it's like advertising on itself as like we're the next generation of point and click adventure games, but it has the same kind of shortcomings of the like
Hmm.
everything else before it had. So it's like, and we're like, I get what you're saying, but
Hmm.
this is kind of but it's a really compelling not like super short, it's like 6 hours long, compelling kind of detective game story.
Okay.
It's worth it if you like these sorts of things. Like if you're like, I like adventure games, like okay, play it. You know, it's kind of Lynchian too. So if you like David Lynch, it's kind of
Hmm.
like really like blue velvety, if you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
really? Wow.
So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's really gorgeous. Like it's
Yeah, it
like
looks
pretty.
looks like every piece is art. Like every screenshot is art. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
the feel of there are certain things you can do with adventure games, point and click games that you can't do with action adventure, other types of platform. Maybe the Gris or Neva, their new game from that wants to do is a way where you can kind of get these beautiful games. But
yeah.
point and click adventure games, you're actively putting art and storytelling together, and I love that mix. And this definitely looks like it, this sort of sketchy art style, and yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, the thing that's really cool is like everything they're showing is the actual game. So it's
Hmm.
like the only time a menu pops up is if
Mm.
you press a button to open it up. So there really isn't any like thing kind of like distracting you.
Sure.
Like you'll just see a word like it shows right there. It says DJ. You're like, okay,
Hmm.
click DJ, use, examine, whatever. Yeah, it's really cool.
Excellent. Excellent.
Gaming needs more Mulholland drives, so
Yeah.
It's a good way to describe it. There's some review on Steam I saw The person had 42 hours. I don't know what that
Wow.
was about, but
Kept replaying it over, or they pulled something like me where I just fall asleep with the stuff running.
You paused it and then went out for the day.
Or it could, well, in that case, they just paused it because they really liked the screen that they were on and it looked gorgeous, so they didn't want to.
yeah, this person has 146 hours, so I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. But
Really love
Yeah.
those visuals, man.